Well, as most of you know, there is a shortage of coins in America. The reasons for a coin shortage is blaming it on the pandemic and people are not out spending money. I kind of question that. I do think that the U.S. Mint being shut down and having lower production for social distancing is more of the issue than anything. I guess potentially people don't want to go to the stores as much, maybe handle change as much, maybe, and not going to the Coinstar. I can see that being down, obviously, for various reasons. But as far as spending change and making the shortage, I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about that for a little bit, and we're going to look at a couple video clips, and then what's the government going to do about this? So stay tuned. So here's my website, portsmouthcoinshop.com. I have a lot of inventory up for you to choose from, so take a look at that. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at a video clip here. This is CNBC, and they're going to talk to the CEO of Coinstar as well.
Kelly, this is the problem. Here is my coin jar, and as you can see, it's pretty full. I'm sure if you have one, it's pretty full too. People are just not going to the store as much as they used to, and even when they do, they're not paying with cash and coin, they're paying with card, and that means that all of this money is not getting back into circulation. At the same time, the U.S. Mint has had to adjust to the coronavirus as well. Last year, it produced 12 billion coins. This spring, it had to slow down production so that employees could social distance, and that impacted the number of coins too. As a result, the Federal Reserve is now warning of a low coin inventory, and some banks have gotten so worried they're even turning to their customers for help.
Okay, I get the fact that the U.S. Mint shutting down and doing the social distancing thing, as I said already, that would result in a shortage of 2020 coins and maybe the movement of coins, the supply chain. But when I go to the store, I see people using their card to pay for transactions. I rarely see people bringing out cash, and let alone change. Nobody wants change. I mean, they put it in a change jar. I get it. Then when they get too much, they either keep it or they put it in a Coinstar, or they take it to the bank. And that's not really spending. That's just moving the coins around that they don't want. And that seems like, maybe I'm wrong. If you know more about it, that's fine. We're going to listen to the CEO of Coinstar here.
And now let's bring in Jim Geraghty. He is the CEO of Coinstar. Mr. Geraghty, it's great to have you here. And man, what a story. So basically what's happened, no one's coming to your kiosk?
Well, that's not it at all. Thank you for having me today. But the issue really is with the pandemic, people have stayed in their homes more frequently, and grocery trips are down. At the height of the pandemic, it was about 50% less trips to grocery, and as a result, there's just been less time for folks to go in and do the coin transactions. Trust me, there's plenty of coin out there. It's just not making its way to the right place at this point in time.
So here's another question. I've been thinking about this all weekend. Who is it that needs coins? Who is at risk if they can't get the coinage? We've heard about it from banks, but where does the coin need to get to?
Well, it needs to get into retail. Retail is the primary user of the coin. It also needs to get into the banking institutions to supply retail. So that's really where the need is right now. What we're doing is we're asking consumers to come out and do their coin transactions now in order to get that supply chain filled again, and then we can help to recirculate that. Coinstar does about $2.7 billion worth of coin recirculated each year, and that makes its way back into the system. It supplies the banks and the Federal Reserve Bank for the demand that's being fulfilled back down to retail.
So that makes more sense, obviously. Less people are going to the Coinstar, and less money is going to the banks. And retail obviously does use change, but the thing of it is about it, they give you change that most people don't want. Most people it's not digging out. I know some people do. I get it. I've done it myself, but very rarely do I use the change. Do I use cash? So I might be just a little bit different than some people when it comes to this. I use all kinds of cash and checks and things here at the shop, but as far as going out to if I run over to Kroger's, I'm swiping my card. So anyways, this provides an opportunity. Like the CEO said, there's not really a coin shortage as far as there's coins out there, but maybe the 2020 coins there's a shortage because we know there's a lower mintage. So if there's a lower mintage, then it's going to create an opportunity like there was in 2009 if you have the mint state coins. they'll be in demand because people will want them in the future. They'll pay a little more for them. You can get more money out of 2009 coins right now than you can any other coins. And you have to go all the way back to 82 and 83 when there was no mint sets made, so that people had to go to change to get them. So you've got those 2 years. Now maybe 2020 is the next one. It's not that they're going to be worth a huge bunch of money. It doesn't mean you go out and buy all the 2020 Eagles you want and all this other, because it's not that they're going to be rare, okay, but they're not going to be able to find them in change as easy, so they'll have to go to a coin shop or another collector or a coin show to find them. Okay, so let's be reasonable. I'm trying to be reasonable here about it. But now let's see. There is some legislation, and we're going to take a look at the article here on Coin World. And this is legislation will allow U.S. Mint to change coinage alloys. Okay, this is to lower the cost of production, which is something that should have already been completed. This should have been already years ago, back whenever they realized they couldn't make people spend the presidential dollars and had to create another vault just to store them. I mean, put them back in circulation. If we're low on coins, then release those puppies into circulation. Let's get things going here. Melt them down, whatever it's got to be. You got to save some money, that's fine. But yeah, so it looks like we might have a different alloy for certain coins. So I'm curious to see what that's going to transpire into. But hey, you know, I guess some people don't like change, but they like change like this. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have aluminum cents. Who knows what we'll have? It's hard to tell. And then with the shortage, it says this forcing the Federal Reserve to take unusual step of rationing its distribution. So basically, you're going to have a little bit of rationing going on. The money that's going to go to the banks. This is from the Business Insider. You know, like I said, you know, reputable links are always a must. Actual factual report. So let me know your thoughts. You know, comment down there in the comments, and if you know any new information, send me some links. I don't want the conspiracy theory stuff. I want actual reputable links to actual articles or videos, you know, from reputable sources, not speculations. I'm not speculating here. Okay, just the facts. Is pretty much is not much opinion. A little bit of opinion, but not too much. So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video, and have a great day.